T minus 60 seconds. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
All right. I'm taking it easy right now. I want to see if everybody can hear me. Can anybody hear me out there? If you can, please shoot me a comment. Uh, I'm just trying to make sure that this is all working correctly. And also, thank you guys for tuning in. Let's see. Hey, Shivani, thanks for being here. Dad's back. Can you guys hear me? Yes, yes, no, yes. Uh, Marlene says that I'm good. Yes, hear you, but softer than usual. Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 5 Foot Viking podcast where we get to drink a beer and learn something new. Today, I need to learn how to get this studio up and running correctly. For those of you that don't know, I just moved. If you tuned in last week, you saw that I did a very quick podcast um, from my phone. Actually, I used the platform on my phone. It worked out pretty good, actually, I think. And but we are so now I'm in my studio, which is kind of cool. You can't really see too much of it yet, but I'm gonna get it dialed in. Give me a few weeks. I'm gonna get some lights in here. We'll get some fun stuff. But since we moved, I was trying to find all the cables, all the right stuff that I had to plug in and do everything. And it's been a bit of a challenge to get everything together. And then for some reason, main stage wasn't working, so I couldn't hear any of the vocals. So I'm hoping that you guys can hear this. And if it starts to go downhill, I'm just gonna cut it a little bit short. But um, before we get started with everything, as usual, I wanted to put this little banner up down here so you guys can see that you guys can go to the 5footviking.com. Right now, it's a landing page where you can check out all the things 5 Foot Viking, all the Instagram, the Twitter, the Facebook, the YouTube, and there's more stuff to be coming soon. So that is pretty dope. And so now that I'm in this room, it's kind of cool. I've got one light here, but I'm gonna get another one and some more stuff. But since we moved, I realized I've been going through so much stuff, so many boxes, and finding just like a lot, like an awful lot of stuff. For the two of us, me and Marlene, I couldn't believe how many boxes of things that we had. And if anybody if has moved out there before, you know that you go out to the garage and you pull out a box and you're like, what the hell is in this box? Like, I don't even remember this box. I think the last time I opened this box was when I moved it into the garage 10 years ago. So I found a bunch of those boxes, and it got me thinking in the last couple days. Is this something that's more like a hoarding issue or a collecting issue, or is it one of those things that the what are those emotions that why am I holding on to this? When I really look down at it, I look at the value that it has. I know that there's a couple. If I'm not mistaken, my wife looked at one of these. I think it was a minimalism thing, and there was some lady that said, grab this thing, and if it gives you joy, then keep it, and if it doesn't bring you joy, then discard it. So I think that there's a lot of underlying issues that we might get into some of them today. And Dad, I'm gonna try and take this mic up just a little bit, just for you, Dad. Um, my dad is chiming in. He says, "Did you find He-Man or Skeletor?" I none of those, but you're gonna trip out at what I found. I'm gonna talk about that in just a little bit. My buddy get. Oh, hey, what's up, Jeff? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. And Daniel, always a pleasure. Thanks for being here, man. Good times. Yeah, today was a little bit rough trying to get everything going. Um, so once I first started the podcast and then everything kind of went to shit, I have a beer that I'm going to drink on the show, but as soon as that happened, I just went straight for the Buenaveza just to pregame. So I'm still pre-gaming right now. Mm, that's a good beer. Um, but I think I'm going to you know what, might as well just put this up right now. So the beer of the week, ladies and gentlemen, is, and I think I've had this on the podcast maybe a few months ago. This is a Stone FML, and it's not the regular FML what you think it is. It is Fear Movie Lions, and it is a hazy double IPA, and it's 8.5%. And I'm looking forward to drinking it as soon as I finish this Buenaveza. So, if you guys are at home watching live right now, I'm curious, what are you guys drinking? What's I know Dad most likely has his vitamin water, but I'm curious what are you guys what are you guys up to tonight? And we got Maria. Hey, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. She says, I think it's a little bit of both. Um, things bring back some things bring back memories just like a song, so it's hard to get rid of. I'm doing that right now. Yeah, I get you. I totally get you on that. They Once I started going through all these boxes, I realized there's an emotion behind it, you know, and that's why I'm holding on to the actual physical object, even though I don't really need the physical object, but that physical object invokes an emotion. um and that's kind of why I keep it. But oh, Chris, how are you? Good to see you on here. Cheers, skull. And my buddy Jeff is drinking Pepsi. I liked it. That's awesome. All right, well, it's time to pour this awesome beer. Uh, Good times. So, on this wonderful Tuesday evening, where let's see, last week we moved. A couple days before that, I had finals, and and I thought I was going to have more time off, and I guess I should have checked the schedule online because I ended up starting school last week, and it's been a little bit crazy trying to buy all my books and do all that good stuff while we're unpacking everything. But so basically, after the podcast tonight, I got a paper that I have to write for my marketing class. But I'm super excited about that class. It's really going to help me out, I think, with this podcast. I think one thing that I realized every week is I go back and I watch my podcast and I critique myself. And I'm always my best and worst critic. I you know, try to look at things objectively at, you know, what did I talk about? How did I handle myself? How was the interaction? Was it good? Was it bad? Could I be better? Where could I be better? You know, what was good? And if that was good, keep it. So I'm always doing that. And so I'm looking forward to these marketing classes, because one thing that I did notice is that I don't think that I'm marketing myself enough. And you guys let me know what you guys think. I'm I think I've been slacking in that area because I've been doing my podcast on Tuesdays, but I haven't been posting what I'm going to be talking about. And I haven't been posting throughout the week to let people know what's going on Tuesday. And I think that's something that I need to step up my game on that, because if I can promote myself a little bit more, market myself a little bit better, these shows might even grow into, you know, 15 people watching. So, anyways, back to the beer. Stone Brewing Company. Someday I am gonna get endorsed by you guys. Damn it. I love your beer so much. Thank you. FML Hazy Double IPA, 8.5%. Everybody at home, skull. Mm, yeah. I needed this one today. And I'm going to write a paper after that. That's going to be fun. I think I write some of my best stuff when I'm, halfway there. But that's neither here nor there. So so talking a little bit about the the title of today, I said, do I really need all this stuff? When I started looking into that this afternoon, I went down the rabbit hole on Google and I started looking up different things about hoarding and different things about um, OC, because a lot of it kind of went hand in hand with OCD. Um, and, I've never been diagnosed, but I can see myself maybe having a little bit of that. Um, so let me go to one of these banners right here. I actually looked up the um, I looked up the definition of hoarding. I was just curious what the actual definition was. So I'm gonna read that for you guys right now, if I can read. But the definition is hoarding is the persistent difficulty discarding or parting with possessions, regardless of their actual value. And when I kind of dove into that, I was like, that hit me with a lot of the stuff that I was unpacking this weekend, because I found stuff that I'm keeping with me all the time. Like here's one right here. Okay. This is, I don't even know why. And I just got this. So I just got this. It's a little like siren thing that, turns around. I think it's kind of cool. But like I got this for my police tribute band like 3 or 4 years ago or something like that. And I don't even turn it on in my room. It just kind of sits here. Like, but everywhere that I've gone and I've moved it with the thing. I don't know why. Um, but you know what? I'm still keeping it. And you know what? If you think that here's another thing too, I want to let you guys know that as we go throughout this podcast, if I show you something and you think that I should get rid of it, I want to know. So if I'm showing you something on here, please comment like chuck it or keep it. Give me either a thumbs up, thumbs down. Give me something. Let me know what you think. If I should keep it, if I should get rid of it. Um, you know, I'm going to show you some funny stuff. So, and then we've got a couple more people jumping in here. My buddy Max, how are you, buddy? You rock, brother. You rock too, my friend. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Uh-oh, my wife. She goes, "It's on." That means that I'm gonna start lifting stuff up, and she's gonna be like, "And it's gone." um, and then Carolyn, hey, how are you, Carolyn? Hi, Wit. I just moved, so I know how you feel. It's amazing how much quote unquote stuff we accumulate throughout the years. And I yeah, 100% agree. I'm actually looking down at the DVD VCR that you gave me. I appreciate it so much. I still have it because I have that's another reason I found this box of VHS tapes from my childhood. Like, I mean, crazy. I crazy stuff. And Carolyn was so nice enough to give me a VCR. Anybody remember VCRs? Yeah, this one's a high tech one. It's a VCR and it has a DVD player in it. So, but anyways, I have this thing where um I can transfer the VHS to a digital card. So I'm doing that so I can save some of the videos um and not take up make not take up so much space with all these VHS. But all right, let me get rid of the ticker for the 5 foot Viking. But you guys can still definitely go there. But so yeah, so hoarding was the persistent and difficulty discarding or parting ways with possessions. So regardless of the actual value. Now, I did look up, I went to, and I, in the description above and below, I put a couple links, and there's a link to an article from the ADAA, which is the Anxiety and Depression Association of America. And they were talking about, uh, I was talking about hoarding, they were talking about hoarding, but then also they were looking at some symptoms and behavior. And I thought this was pretty interesting to talk about. I'm just going to throw this out there. Some of the symptoms um, someone who hoards may exhibit the following: inability to throw away possessions, severe anxiety when attempting to discard items. And the whole time that I'm going down some of these, I'm literally like, oh, that's me. Oh, that's me. Oh, that's me. Okay. Oh, maybe that's not me. But like a couple of these I mean, not severe anxiety when attempting to discard some things, but I'm one of those dudes that's like, no, I can't see like this thing, like this little police thing. I'm gonna be like, you know what? Let me just get rid of it. I'm just gonna get rid of it. You know what? I'm just gonna get rid of it, and then I turn it off, and I'm gonna throw it away, and then tomorrow something's gonna happen, and I'm gonna be like, and someone's gonna ask me, "Hey, any chance you have a little blue thing that like spins around, kind of like that?" And I'll be like, "Bro, I just threw it away. Like, I have this feeling like that's gonna happen." And so that's why. So is that anxiety? I think I'm displaying a lot of anxiety right now. I don't know about you guys, but um, another one is great difficulty categorizing or organizing possessions. Uh, that's not me. I can organize things pretty well and categorize them pretty well. Ask Marlene. It's I can organize things pretty well. So that's not me. Indecision about what to keep or where to put things. Now, that was a little bit crazy, but also we're just moving, so that might just be part of the moving process. Um, Suspicion of other people touching items. No, that's not me. Distress, such as feeling overwhelmed or embarrassed about possessions. No, that's not me. I'm not that. So there's a couple other ones, and then I jumped down to this one, and I thought this was really interesting because it says this is talking about the difference between hoarding versus collecting. And let me pull this one up. Let me hide that one and pull this one up. So it said, in general, collectors have a sense of pride about their possessions and they experience joy in displaying and talking about them. So I think that right there um, definitely changed my thinking as far as if I'm hoarding things. Because a lot of the stuff that I have, like I can't pull it out right now because it's in the other room, but I have this big giant plastic tub. And even when we were moving, my brother-in-law Michael, he's like, "Bro, what the hell is in this tub?" Because you can't see it. It's a clear tub, but it looked like a towel that's all wrapped up. And what it is it's all of my shot glasses. It's my shot glass collection. And I can't wait to get that up here and put my shot glasses up here. I'm really happy. I really love those. We went on a lot of tours and we played a lot of venues all around the world. And everywhere that I went, I always got a shot glass. Like I have a shot glass collection that I got from Korea and from Japan. And like every place that we went in Eastern Europe, like Bosnia and Kosovo and stuff like that, and Cuba, and it's just really for me. And like even when I went and played um, in Miami, or when we went and played in at the House of Blues, we played at the House of Blues the first time, and I bought a House of Blues shot glass. So to me, that's really special, and I think that's more of a collecting thing, not really a hoarding thing. And I think the reason why it's been in this plastic tub for years is because I've been bouncing from apartment to apartment and there's not really a place to really display it. But now that we've moved into a bigger place, I'm super excited for getting that up. We got a couple people um commenting. We got my little sister Shivani. She says, I feel so fucking attacked right now. Yeah, well, you know what? This podcast was meant for you. You need to hear this. You need to be on board with what's going on here. My buddy John, how are you, buddy? Good to see you on here, man. Hope you're doing well, man. Um, and Debbie, collection of memories is not hoarding. Yes, and also Deb, random stuff you keep because someone might want it. That's hoarding. Okay, well, then maybe this aspect of my life is hoarding, but but the shot glass collection is collecting. Okay, I'm okay with that. But and I think so I'm gonna jump into a few things. I think this is gonna be fun. So let me take down this banner. Um all right, and let me jump back into here. So, behind me, I have a couple boxes, and I haven't really gone through them. So I'm just gonna go over there, open up the box, grab a couple things, and whatever kind of jumps out at me, I'm gonna bring it up here, and you guys tell me if I need to keep it or chuck it. Okay? Are we good? Thumbs up. Hold on, let me take a drink. Sorry, I'm losing my voice right now. I sang a bunch over the weekend, and mm, okay, here we go. All right, first box. All right, I've got a couple. I don't know if you can. Not sure if you can hear me so well, but um, I don't know why I have so many clipboards. Like an awful lot of clipboards. Still going on the clipboards. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 clipboards. I don't know why, but I don't know. Oh, okay. All right. This one we're going to talk about. All right, guys. I love it. My wife chimes in. Gone. Everything's gone. Everything gone. All right, we're going to talk about this one though for a second because I've struggled with this one over the last couple years. Oh, we still have. Let's see. Veronica says displaying shot glasses is okay if they really have sentimental value. If not, toss them. Take pictures of them. Print them out. Write them down. Write down what they meant. Okay, yeah, I got that. What they meant for you. Um, they will become clutter eventually. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Um, John says donate the clipboards. That's a good idea, actually. I think there's a lot of places that could use them. Very, very true. All right. So we're gonna talk about this. And Dad, I want to apologize. And if you wanna tell Mom about this, I'm sorry, but it's gonna go down. So this this was my this was my stuffed animal as a kid. I'm 42. I'll be 43. Never had a name for it or anything, but you could wind it up and it would play a tune. And I vaguely remember being a a little kid, and going to sleep with this thing. And this was my security blanket, I guess you could say. And but just even ask Marlene. The last couple of years, every now and then we're going through something, and I find it, and I'm like, oh, I wanted to keep it. And the reason why I kept this for so long, is because I never uh I guess, how do I say this? Me and Marlene, we're not having kids. We're not going to have kids. Now, when I was a little kid, or not a little kid, but when I was, I don't know, in my teens, I guess, I I always saw myself as being a dad, but I never really pursued that route. If that makes any sense. I grew up in the Mormon religion, where family was very, very big. And there's a lot of big families, and there's a lot of emphasis on families. Um, but I never went down that road. And then when me and Marlene got married, we actually made a conscious decision that we don't want to do that. I love being an uncle. I love being that fun uncle. It's super cool. I love it. But I think the reason why I saved this for so long is because I felt like, oh, maybe I'll give it to my kid and that'll be really cool or something like that. So now but now this has like been stuck in there. So Dad, I apologize, but we're saying bye. We're saying bye to the dancing and singing monkey. All right, I don't have a trash can or anything, but it's gonna go this way. Um, ooh, that felt good. No, I'm just kidding. It didn't. Um, I love that. My dad even says, "You still have the monkey?" That's great. Uh, uh, I got some people saying keep it. Oh, even Marlene says keep it. Yep. Veronica says, one day you might adopt. It's possible. Jessica says that I should keep it. Well, everybody says keep it. That's interesting. All right. Tony says keep it. Everyone says keep it. Okay. Well, I get. Hey, Dad. I guess things are. You know what? Let me go get it. Let me go get it. All right. I'll tell you what. I'll keep it until the next podcast, and that we talk about this, and we'll we'll go from there. Everyone's saying keep it. Okay. Everybody likes the dancing, singing monkey from when I was 3 years old. Okay. We're gonna keep the monkey. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, I got a shoebox. I got a shoebox in here that says wit. Let's see what's in here. Oh, these are all my race bibs. So, like I said, I kept all these when I ran the LA Marathon and the marathons and these. Like I got all these. Now, see, maybe these can go, right? I mean, we can let the uh, we can let the race bibs go, but I this is pretty dope. When I ran the Huntington Beach Marathon, and this is like the medal, but at the same time, I'm not really like displaying it anywhere. It's stuck in a box in the garage somewhere. So why am I hanging on to this? You know what I mean? Let me see what some people are saying. Um, Marlene says the dogs will use it. I don't know what you're referring to. Deb says save a box of nostalgic stuff, and if you have space for the rest has to go. Okay. Veronica says toss the box. Marlene says keep. That's an amazing accomplishment. Shivani says medals are cool. Bibs can go. And Veronica says you can buy a window box and display it. Okay. I like that. All right. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to keep the medals. Oh, this was the New Year's race. I got a lot of medals in here. Yeah, a lot of races. For a period of time, Marlene and I ran, gosh, like 12 or 13 races in a year. that was I was really tired. That was a really tiring year. So, okay. So I'm going to keep the medals, but I'm going to ditch the bibs because I don't need the bibs. Oh, you know why I think I kept the bibs is because I wanted to remember what my time was. I don't care. I was faster back then. All right, let's take a drink. Dad says to put the medal on the monkey. And then Tony says, I want everything you're throwing out. I'm a collector. That's awesome. Uh, Ricky, hey Ricky, hey, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Good choice, Wit. Keep the meal medals and toss the bibs. Yeah, I think so too. That's a good one. Um, let's let's do this. All right, let's see what else is in here. I think this box is almost done. Uh, yeah, there's a few. All right, let's check this. I've got an incense holder, and I don't think I've burned incense since I was 21. I have a wired. What is this? I think it plays music, but this is so old school. You have to plug it in, and I don't think phones have this anymore. Yeah, I think this is gone. This we can Bluetooth everything now to your TVs. So why do I even have this? I don't know. Oh, there it is. I've been looking for this power extension. Oh my gosh, what else is in here? I got more shoe boxes, ladies and gentlemen. See, this is what I'm talking about. I don't. This is not collecting. Okay. This this has got to be something. I'll probably keep the incense. Maybe we'll put it out if Marlene wants to. I still have incense in here too. So Marlene, if you want to burn some incense, I've got an incense holder. So Boris, hey, good to see you on here, buddy. How are you? Lisa Camacho, keep the medals. Yes, yeah, we're keeping the medals, but we're gonna chuck the bibs. Um, uh, incense holder. The incense holder, raffle it off. That's a good idea. All right, so this box, I don't understand this. I don't even know. I don't even know why. Okay, if you guys know me, you know I'm a Bears fan. I'm a Chicago Bears fan. So I feel like I can't throw these away, but it's a koozie, and I don't think I've ever used this koozie. I don't even think I've ever used a koozie because I drink beer too fast. So there's a koozie. Um, here's another Bears koozie, like a football. That's a pretty dope one, actually. Um, what is this? Looks like rings. I don't know what that is. And then this. Oh wow, this is my high school ring. I forgot I had this. Check that out. I got my high school ring that I wore one time in high school. And now it's been in here for time and all eternity. All kinds of stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know why I have this. I'm a Kings fan, but where I don't even know where I got this or what it's for. But and then on top of that, I've got all these bandanas. That's weird. All right. This one, this is pretty cool. Okay, this is taking everybody back to night. Hold on, I gotta put this up. Edgar, this is great. One ring to rule them all. Is that what this one is? One ring to rule them all. The high school ring. That's pretty interesting. I don't know. I kind of want to keep it, but why? I'm not. I don't even fit into it. Should I donate that? Can I donate my high school ring? This one is interesting, and so this is I'm taking everybody back to 1985. Okay, uh, some horns in the comments if you were born before 1985. I'm curious. So let me take that one down. Marlene says keep the football koozies. Veronica, raffle the koozies. uh, okay, cool. Okay, we got a couple. Okay, we got a lot of people. I love the horns. I love the horns. All right, everybody. You guys were you guys were here before I love it. Okay, so if you were here if you were born before 1985, you remember doing this. Um I was in this was 1985, so I was probably in first grade maybe something like that. And I don't know if you can tell because of the light, but it's like the plaster and you put your hand and you make your hand in the plaster. So this is my plaster hand when I was in first grade. Why why am I keeping this? This is amazing. All right. Just so you know, I'm not going to go through all this stuff because it's just too much. And here we go. I have a Bears belt buckle. Um, this is gonna take forever to go through this. I'm not. Why do I have a check in here, Marlene? Why do I have your driver's license in here? I have her driver's license. That's awesome. Yeah. Okay. This is ridiculous. Oh, you know what? I know what this is. Some lady, and I'm not going to say her name or show the check, but she wanted to give us a tip, and at one of our gigs, and she let me do that. She tipped like it's like I don't. It doesn't. It's like $1 or $2, and it says tip. Pretty awesome. Anyways, I think I can probably ditch everything that's in here. What do you guys think? Let me see what a couple people are saying. Um, give back to your parents the hand? No, my parents gave me that hand. They were trying to get rid of stuff because they were hoarding it. So now it's like generational hoarding. Like, um, uh, let's see. We got a couple more. Let me back up here. We got some good comments. Um, Patty, hey Patty, she says, I just threw out pictures I found in a box from high school. Didn't even know more than half of them. Tossed it. You know, it's funny. I have a box on the patio that is literally just pictures. And you know, I come from that generation where everything we had to go develop it and and then do all that and then keep it and then make sure that we got it right in the first, you know, snap. Instead of today where it's like, you know, you can take a million pictures on your phone, like one of them will be good. So, but so yeah, I'm actually what I was thinking about doing was going through that box when I have time. Right now is not a good time, but when I have time, going through that box and any picture that I actually wanted to keep, taking a digital picture of it and keeping that in a folder, and then I can ditch the plastic tub of all that stuff. So um, let me see, Boris. We didn't have that in a third world. Sorry, you didn't have plaster. You didn't have plaster over there, buddy. Um, uh, my wife says raffle everything. We need money to buy stuff for the new place. Hashtag air fryer. Marlene's been wanting an air fryer for so long. I think I've been just trying to procrastinate because I want to get it for her for like Christmas or something like that. But I don't think it's gonna wait that long, so I need to jump into that. Um, give back to your parents. Oh, here's a good one. Wait, I think I just shredded right past it. There we go. Ricky says, make a time capsule with some of the stuff. That's actually a good idea. I should grab some of this stuff and kind of make something like that. Then what I can do is I can go bury it somewhere out here in the desert and leave like a map. I don't know. I could be like that dude. Um, Deb. Deb says shred the license. No way. I'm keeping that license. That's a. I think I kept it because, well, first of all, it was broke. I think I kept this because I kept it in my wallet, just in case she left her wallet at home. It was one of those, you know, trying to be a good boyfriend. And Lisa says donate the ring. Edgar says not the koozies. Nope. Um, and Natalie says ditch it. Yep, you're so right. Ditch it. Dad says keep your silver plate. It was from Grampy. Yeah, absolutely. There's a few things here. You know, there's definitely some things that are sentimental value that I'll definitely can. But as you can tell, I do have some stuff in here that is not very sentimental, like this whole all these bandanas. Um, not really very sentimental. Um, so um, Marlene says, "Give me my license. I love seeing the evolution of Weenie." That's great. The evolution of Marlene Weenie. That's a good one. Uh, and Lisa, yeah, you're absolutely right. You can have the actual pics scanned and kept onto a file. I think that's what I'm going to do. Um, and she also says air fryers are the best. Well, we definitely need to get one. So we're gonna be doing a raffle soon. Um, and then on top of that, we're gonna do a 50-50. I'm just kidding. Um, Boris, I love this. I love the interaction. I love that you guys are jumping in here on this. We didn't have time for that. Our childhood ends at 13. Yeah, that's that's. Yeah, sorry about that, buddy. If you want, you can come over here. We'll make some plaster hands. We'll drink some beers. I'll let you know. Take you back, bro. Get you back what you missed. Um, uh, let's see. Raffle, raffle. People will want some memorabilia when you become famous. Rich and famous. Oh, I like that. I like that. I like the first part better than the second part. I don't really, you know, I don't know. I guess I don't really aspire to be famous. Having enough money to provide for the family and create a quality of life, I think is important. But the famous part is like I like interacting with people. So that's exactly why I'm doing this. So it's super fun. Um, let's so I think the majority of this one is going to be tossed, except for maybe the koozies, um, and the license, obviously, and couple memorabilia things. So before before I jump into this last box over here, I want to just show you a few things that I ran across that, um, as soon as I saw them, I knew instantly they had an emotional attachment, and they're 100% staying with me for life, like for life. So first thing, all right. So first thing I'm going to show you is this. It's this piggy bank, and it's an alligator. It's a big, or maybe it's a crocodile. I don't know. If anybody out there knows the difference, it's got a big gut, just like me, and you can put like the change in here, and then it had like the little thing on the bottom to little stopper thing to put in there. You can't really tell because it's the inscription on the bottom, but this is from my beautiful Aunt Tessa and Uncle Mitch, and they live up in Utah, somewhere in Utah, southern Utah, I think. And it says, "Merry Christmas, Whitney. Love, Uncle Mitch and Aunt Tessa." And if I'm not mistaken, I think this was like 1983 or four. I was a kid, and you can't tell, but I accidentally broke it, and I was devastated. And like this whole the whole top part of his head came flying off. And mom helped me. My mom, she helped me get some super glue, and we put everything back together nice and neat and put it together. And this is just, I don't know. I just have this huge emotional attachment to this. Whenever I see it, whenever I think about it, whenever I touch it, whenever I see it on the wall, it's like it reminds me of my Aunt Tessa, who was just incredible. And yeah, so this is never going anywhere. Um, that's one of them. And the next thing is taking a drink first. And before I get into this next one, let me know. I'm kind of curious, if you guys have anything that's similar to that story. I'm maybe you were growing up and there was just something that was. I mean, just these three items right here that I have. That's like my my monkey when I was 3 years old, my my piggy bank, and then now this next item. If you guys have something like that, I'm kind of curious. What is your item that maybe it's not super expensive? Maybe if somebody looked at it, they wouldn't think of it the same way that you do, but you have just such an amazing emotional attachment to it. I'm kind of curious yeah, I mean, if you feel like sharing, I would love to know. So so this last one, and I just got this one just recently, and but it means so much to me. My sorry, I'm losing my voice a little bit. It's a little bit scratchy. I apologize. Over the weekend, I was playing with the band at the casino, and we did a lot of '90s stuff, which is right up my alley. So I sang an awful lot, but it was fun. But one more drink. Hopefully that'll help. Hmm. All right. So my grandpa, my grandma and my grandpa, they passed away few years ago, and I remember hanging out with him towards the end of his life. His name was Grandpa Andy. If I'm not mistaken, I think he was 92 maybe when he passed, and he led a fucking crazy life. Okay, Grandpa Andy was nuts, and you can even ask some of the members of my band. They remember him, and they were like, Grandpa Andy was awesome. Like he would come every now and then. He would come out to one of the shows, and he'd always wear these super short OP corduroy shorts. It was just really scary because something might be hanging out, maybe like in his older age, but it was just like one of those. He'd come out and he just wanted to hang out, and he had hearing aids, so when he didn't want to listen to you, he'd turn them down. And but I remember being a kid, and he led such an interesting and amazing life. He was in the Merchant Marines. He rode motorcycles. He surfed. He was a skier. He was a raging alcoholic. Then he dropped it, and he went to AA, and was completely sober for over 50 years, which is wow. I mean, me and him had some really great conversations towards the end of his life, and I'll say two things. I was sitting with him on his 90th birthday, and he said, um, we were sitting there talking, and I asked him, about his cars and his motorcycles and stuff like that. And he said, "Well, I can't remember my first car, but I don't remember what model it was, but I remember I paid $15 for it." And I said, $15? And he was like, that was a lot of money back then. And I said, "What was your first motorcycle?" And he said it was a 1939 Indian Chief, which I think is pretty amazing. So, um, when I can afford it, y'all know which kind of bike I'm getting. So, anyways, this one time I was over at Grandpa Andy's house, and there was this picture up on the wall, and and this is the picture. It was a picture of a young lady, and she's gorgeous, and she's wearing like a bikini, and it looks like a newspaper ad. And I asked Grandpa, I'm like, "Hey, what's the deal with that picture?" And he says, he's like, "Well, look at the story behind the picture." And I'm like, "Yeah, what's the story behind the picture?" And he goes, "No, no, no. Look at the story behind the picture." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm trying to ask you, what is the story behind?" And he said, "Literally take the picture off the wall." So I took the picture off the wall, and behind it was a piece of paper that had the story of the picture. So here's the picture, and this is the original frame. Let me turn it a little bit sideways so you can see, because the glare. But she's gorgeous, and it's in this really really old frame, and it's a piece. It's literally like a newspaper, and um, and then it's even on the back it says "really freaking old." But anyways, the piece of paper that was back there told the story of it, and I'm going to paraphrase just a little bit to because it's a very very long story. But when Grandpa Andy was in the Merchant Marines, he was on a ship, and in on his ship and in his little area, you weren't allowed to have um, pictures up like in your area unless they were pictures of your family. And so he had this picture up on the wall, and uh, and I guess there was a surprise inspection, and I don't know the rank of the officer that came in and did the whole inspection and stuff, and so everybody went to attention, and the commanding officer looked and saw the picture on the wall, and he said, "Patrol, you know the rules. You're not allowed to have that any pictures like that." And Grandpa Andy was like, "Yeah, I know." And he was already thinking that he was going to get in trouble. And the commanding officer said, "Well, that's a very nice picture of your wife," and basically kind of saying like, "Just go along with this, and you can keep it up." And he's like, "Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate that." So ever since then, he's kept this picture up on the wall. Everywhere he moved, my grandpa was a photographer, and he had a dark room at every house that he was in. So this was up on the wall there and stuff like that. So I remember years ago, um, when this is a long, long time ago. I remember when I first learned about this picture, I asked grandma and grandpa, and I said, "Hey, listen, I hope that the time never comes, but when the time does come for this picture to go somewhere, I would love the opportunity to keep it on the wall." Uh, Sorry, getting a little emotional. Ah, trying to. There's a fly in my eye. I'm just trying to suffocate him. Yeah. So, but so now it's this is really cool, really freaking cool to put up. So, I don't consider that hoarding. This is definitely, you know, has sentimental value and stuff. So, but did I lose everybody? I didn't get any comments on that one. But let me see. We got a few more people jumping in here. Um, Natalie, you don't take it with you when you die. That's very true. I think this some of these comments were from very much before, but that's why I'm doing my best to keep this up when we're talking about this one. But Debbie says, "I have a Grateful Dead teddy bear, um, a leather my first boyfriend gave me all my concert programs from the 80s." Oh, see, that's kind of cool. And I think I don't have time to get to it, but there's a box back here of all kinds of flyers that my mom kept that are like from my original band when I first started playing when I was like 21, 22, I started playing all these shows, and I'm looking at them. I went through them the other day, and I was like, "Oh, those are cool." But like, what am I gonna do with these? They're flyers from, you know, 25 years ago, something like that. So I don't know if I don't know. The jury's out on if I'm gonna keep that one or not. But um, Marlene, his name is Grandpa Andy. That's the cutest thing. Yeah, he's pretty awesome. Lisa Camacho, I have a book that my Uncle Jay gave me for my 10th birthday. It's still in almost perfect condition. The Rainbow Goblins. Ah, that's so cool. The illustrations are absolutely incredible. I spent hours just looking at those pictures. That is so cool. I love that. That's awesome. Um, Shivani got some hearts. I think that's for Grandpa Annie for sure. Um, Boris, I have problems with hats and fanny packs. Are you serious? Like you have problems? Like you have problems wearing them or you have problems hoarding them? I have about 200. Oh, you have problems hoarding them. You have 200 of them. That's awesome. All right, dude. Next time you come to a gig, I want to see you wearing at least three fanny packs. At least. Um, if I ever get a 5 foot Viking hat, I will keep it forever. Yeah, my man. Of course, brother. That'd be awesome. Um, and Boris, that's an awesome story, by the way. Thank you very much. And Lisa, love that story. Dad, digital pictures of the flyers. That's true. That's a good idea too. I can do the digital pictures. But here's the funny thing is that through those scrapbooks that mom made, which I love that she did it, and to be honest, maybe in a different circumstances or a different world, it would be a better idea to keep them, because like I literally have like my first haircut, like the hair, the actual hair from my first haircut. Um, like in an envelope in a scrapbook. Mom was big on the scrapbooking. She was huge on that. But like now that I'm 43, almost 43, I guess maybe if I were to have a family and do that, maybe that would be something fun to keep and look at later and embarrass my kids when they have their friends come over and stuff like that. But at this point, maybe doing everything digital is probably the best thing. So um, but yeah. And Natalie says, yeah, keep one flyer. Yeah. So that's I think you know what? I think that's where I don't want to jump into any more of these boxes. We're gonna be here all freaking night. You guys are gonna be here with me, and I got homework to do later. That's a good beer. Um, so, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. And thanks for tuning in, even though I was having so many problems at the beginning. I know I started about 30 minutes late today. And the fact that you guys are still jumping on means a lot. So thank you guys for being here. Once again, I'm going to put the ticker up here at the bottom. You guys can still go to the 5footviking.com, and pretty soon I've got some merch that I'm working with, and I know I've been saying this every week, but the problem is I'm changing up the way it's gonna happen. I'm trying to get this website where to the point where you can literally buy it on the website instead of having to go directly through me, which I mean, we all know I don't have enough fucking time in my life anyways. So to try and put another thing on my plate, it just might be a little bit too much. So I'm working on that, I promise, and I appreciate all of the support that you guys give to the 5 Foot Viking and to this podcast and to me personally for doing this. A couple last minute. Ricky, I have one of my Tata's knives um, that was given to me when he passed, and it actually helped me save a man's life by cutting him out of a seatbelt when he rolled his SUV. Wow, dude, that is amazing. That is super cool. That's I'm blown away. That's awesome that that something that was handed down, was able to do something good for like that. That's wow. That's amazing, man. That's really really cool. Uh, Tracy, hey, wait, what's up? Doing good. Thank you for hanging out. Um, and Boris, kids from YouTube would be cute. By the way, I think so too. Mostly because of Marlene, but you know they'd be really really hairy if they took after me. That's probably not the greatest. Um, and then Tony says I have a personalized license plate from my favorite uncle. The DMV recalled it because people were saying it was perverted. I don't know if I want to read this. It was five alpha. I don't know the phonetic alphabet. I was trying to do that, but it's 5ANCHEZ for Sanchez. Uh, I guess it looks like 5 inches. My uncle replied, why would I advertise that? That's really cool that you kept that you have that. That's awesome. Um, all right, guys. I think that is going to be it for this week of the Five of Vikings. Except for, oh, we got one last one. Jessica jumped in here. Um, we have a rocking chair that's been in Poe's family since 1880. It belonged to his grand. That's amazing. Oh wow, that's so cool. Does it still work? Do you guys like that? That's wow. I think my family has some stuff like that too. That's been in the family for years, like centuries or something like that. But that's pretty awesome. Um. Uh. So I think with that, let me go back here to the banners. Okay. Um. Yeah. So with that, I think we got a little bit of knowledge. We learned a little bit about the difference between hoarding and collecting. We also learned an awful lot about Wit and what the hell he puts in boxes, which is probably I probably just opened up a few doors that my wife is like, "Why'd you do that? Why did you just let everybody know?" But it's okay. I'm excited to go through these boxes, let go of some stuff that really doesn't need to be in there, and hold on to some of the stuff that really does need to be here. Uh, so I'm excited to go through that, and also just want to let you guys know that if you guys can try to, or if you guys can help keep me accountable, I would really appreciate this. I'm going to end on this. I going through this marketing class and doing this homework and doing all this stuff and trying to put so much on my plate and get this podcast going. I really do want to succeed with this. So um, I feel like I haven't been promoting myself enough. I haven't been marketing myself enough. I feel like I'm really trying to do something better every week, but I think I need to get it out there a little bit more. So I could use your help in two different ways. If you can maybe share one of the podcasts or share the channel or share the Instagram picture or something like that, tag somebody in it, um, help me get the word out. That would really, really mean a lot. But more importantly, I would really love for if you guys, if it pops into your head, reach out to me and ask me what's going on because I think a lot of it is out of sight, out of mind, and I get to the point where I'm like, I just forget to post or I forget to let people know what's going on. And then next thing you know, it's Tuesday. And I'm like, oh, I'm doing the podcast, but nobody even knows what's going on. So I think accountability would be a really good thing in my life right now. So any of you out there, I would love to hear send me a message, send me a Instagram message or a Facebook message or a YouTube message or anything like that. And it would mean a lot to me to hear from you guys. And I think that would kind of help light a fire under my ass to just keep going, post something, make sure that I can get it out there. So, um, with that being said, thank you guys so much. And I think this is how you end it.